This is Ben McGahee with Yamie Chess. I'm going to be your math teacher today. Yamie Chess is the math learning aid based on classic chess that helps students in math and science education for school. In this lesson, we will learn about temperature and the two important scales that are used to measure in temperature. And recall that temperature is the degree of how hot or cold an object or an environment is. And the device that is used to measure temperature is called a thermometer. So the two scales that we're going to look at for temperature in this lesson are Celsius, which is used in the metric system, and then we have Fahrenheit, which is used in the English system. So we have a little table here that describes water at temperatures when it boils and freezes at both degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit. So notice that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. And water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So when we're given these two pieces of information, we can do a little bit of algebra and we can find out a couple of linear equations to help us convert from the Celsius temperature to the Fahrenheit temperature. So that says F equals 9/5 C plus 32. Or we can use the, for given the degrees Fahrenheit and want to convert to degrees Celsius temperature, we can use the C equals 5/9 times the quantity F minus 32. So these are the two equations that we're going to work with when converting the temperature of an object from one scale to another. So let's take a look at a couple examples. And let's say we want to convert 15 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. And so we're already given the degrees Celsius and we want to go to degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to use this equation, F equals 9/5 C plus 32. So we're going to have F equals 9/5 and then times the value of C. That's the temperature in degrees Celsius. So that would be 15. And then plus 32. Okay, and so we can do a little bit of cross canceling. We can do 5 into 15. That goes in what, 3 times? And then we have 3 times 9, or 9 times 3, 27, plus 32. And 27 plus 32 is 59. And this would be in degrees Fahrenheit. 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And then another example is we're going to do 40 degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius. 40 degrees Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius. So we already have the temperature for Fahrenheit and we want to convert to temperature in Celsius. So we're going to use the second equation, C equals 5/9 times F minus 32, this quantity F minus 32. So we'll have C equals 5/9 times quantity. Now F is going to be our temperature in degrees Fahrenheit, so that's 40 minus 32. And so that equals 5/9 times 40 minus 32 is 18. And then we can do a little bit of cross canceling. So 9 goes into 18 twice. And then we see that 5 times 2 is 10. So this will be 10 degrees Celsius. So 40 degrees Fahrenheit equals 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. So now that we did a couple examples, it is time for you to try a couple problems, actually 3 problems, on your own. So first problem asks you to convert from 80 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. And the second problem asks you to convert from negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. And just make sure to watch for your negative signs when you evaluate using the second equation. And then the third problem asks you, at what temperature is the Celsius scale equal to the Fahrenheit scale? So this one requires a little bit of algebra solving. So I'll give you, some time to work on those. Feel free to pause the video if you like, or if you need to rewind and look at the equations for converting from Celsius to Fahrenheit or from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And we'll go over the answers. Okay, let's go over the answers. Let's see what we get. In this one, we want to convert from 80 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit. So if we refer back to our equation, we already have the degrees Celsius, and we want to go to degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to be using this equation, right? This would be the F equals 9/5 C plus 32. So F equals 9/5 C plus 32. And so C is going to equal 80. So we replace that in for C. And so we do 5 into 80. And how many times does that go? Let's see. Once. And then 5 into 80. That ends in 0, so we know 5 goes in it evenly. So 5 eighths once. Times 5 is 5. 8 minus 5 is 3. Bring down the 0. 5 into 30. That's 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. So we have 16. And then we need to multiply 9 times 16. So 6 times 9, 54. Carry the 5. 1 times 9 is 9, plus 5 is 14. And then we add that to 32. 144 plus 32. So 4 plus 2, 6. Plus 3 is 7, and 1. So we get 176, right, degrees Fahrenheit. And that should be one of the answers, right? 176. Good. Okay, so in the second problem, we're asked to convert from negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius. So if we revert back to our formula, it looks like we have the degrees Fahrenheit, and we have degrees Celsius. So we just need to go use the second equation. C equals 5/9 times F minus 32. Five ninths times F minus 32. And we're going to replace F with negative 22 degrees. So C equals 5/9 times negative 22 minus 32. And so it's very important to watch your signs here, because with negative numbers, so if you're adding two negative numbers together, you should get another negative number. So it's kind of like you're adding 22 and 32 together. And that would give you, what's that, 54, right? Or negative 54. So 5/9 and then times, yep, negative 54. And then we can do a little bit of cross canceling here. So we can do 9 into 54, that goes 6 times. And then we make sure to include our negative. And then 5 times negative 6 equals negative 30 degrees Celsius. So we have negative 30 degrees Celsius. And then the last problem is a little challenging. It says, at what temperature is the Celsius scale equal to the Fahrenheit scale? So the way you can do this is you can take either of your two equations, and let's just say we have F equals 9/5 C plus 32. And we have to say that the Fahrenheit scale has to equal the Celsius scale, right? So we know we could let F equal to C. So what we're going to do is replace that F on the left side of the equation with C. So we'll have C equals 9/5 C plus 32. And then we just solve for this equation here. And so the way we do that is when you have to get the variable by itself. So we could bring the 9/5 C over to the other side. And then we subtract 9/5 C to both sides. And so those are going to cancel, right? And then we have C minus 9/5 C. And then if we get a common denominator, which is 5, we multiply the top here, bottom by 5. Because we know 1 is 5/5. And so 5/5 C minus 9/5 C. We subtract the numerators. So we get 5 minus 9 is negative 4. And then over 5C. So that'll be negative 4 over 5C equals 32. And then the next step here is to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So we're going to get, what's that, negative 5/4. So those can cancel out. And then we do that to both sides. So we'll get C equals 32 times negative 5/4. And so we can do a little cross canceling. We'll do 4 into 32 goes 8 times, and then 8 times negative 5 is a negative number, so negative 40. So we have negative 40 degrees. So let's check our answers really quick here. First one was 176 degrees Fahrenheit. That's right. We got negative 30 degrees Celsius for a second one, which checked out because that's what we got earlier. And then for the last one, negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit equals negative 40 degrees Celsius. So that is the temperature where the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales are equal. So this has been McGahee. I want to thank you for watching this lesson on temperature and learning about the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales. Please stay tuned for more lessons on YamieChess.com. Have a great day.